is.
All right, well, here comes the push coming out from the Russians. There's not a lot of territory that's going to be safe at this stage. Moody is just kind of posted up back over here by himself. Might actually spot out this rotation. He's going to actually hop into a motorcycle himself and ride along with them. So it's a full-on motorcycle gang just cutting across this. USA does get a sideline back over towards Russia, hitting a couple of shots back over to it. Got to be very careful. Russia loses one member inside of their rotation.
Bahawaka with the great pick onto Kemba there. Let's see if Russia can find a way to get him. He's got that rock there. Bahawaka now taking some shots from the Russian team.
Look at this. Russia's trying to get some retaliation damage back over towards it. USA just playing right along the edge of the circle. Kimba's just crawling. He's going to get taken out. So there we go. Officially down to 3. Russia's just trying to spot out, trying to get the kills back over towards it. So does get one of their own.
Yeah, another couple points here possibly coming in for Russia as they post up in this battle with the U.S. You can see Valier does get confirmed there. Now Korea in the meantime has made their way north, back over the battle. Aduzi trying to land some shots onto the USA members. Bahawaka.
Motorcycle, is he going for a push onto this? I was going to say that's going to be a little bit too risky. PO goes down in exchange with the UK right now. That could be a big influencer. We talk about it. This is the big guy. Oh my God, Michael is going to take out PO real early.
Wow, that is disaster for South Korea. You can't lose your best player like that. PO overstepping his bounds and gets taken out.
USA's Bahawaka just trying to survive right now. Russia's just wanting every point that they can muster. Looking back on the other side of this, Moody just hears everything happen. It's like, I don't think I want to participate in any of this. Sharky goes down as well. That's going to make it even worse. Oh no, going to go ahead and flush out Drassel. So that's just more and more points stacking up for Russia.
Even losing a member early here for Russia, they've already picked up 4 big kills. The U.S. was able to get 1, but they can't follow up on it. It's Bahawaka. Sharky is down here. He is the last one standing. Bahawaka taking a lot of damage. Now Moody getting in on this, hitting up Uba.
Taking a couple of shots on the outside of this. Uba was playing a little bit aggressive. He's going to go down. Both star players for both the top 2 teams have gone down very early inside of this game.
Wow, what a moment here. Great shooting by Moody, playing the spoiler for Russia, who are just down to a doozy and Seiya left.
Here's the big thing. Russia's been very active in the early game. They've been picking up these kills as they move through. That could be a huge factor. They have to be so cautious at this point. New Shrink goes in, and we just keep moving further and further into Mansion.
We're going to get a Mansion circle, it looks like here, Matrim. You can see Loki. We're still 3 members strong for Korea. They still have Inonix, one of the best players in this tournament so far. He popped off yesterday. Maybe he'll be the hero here.
The problem with it is where Korea is at. They're inside that forest we were just talking about a second ago. There's not clear sightlines. They need kills right now. They need everything that they can get, unless Russia goes down early. Just 2 members up. Moody could be the hope for Korea right now as Russia is making the push on the side of this. Has to be very cautious. Remember, back over towards heaven earlier, we saw that that's where Thailand was at, where Australia was at. This is the same angle that Russia's pushing back over towards. There's a lot of teams that are going to be making their way into the circle right where Russia's moving to.
Yeah, we'll see if Moody can continue to play spoiler there for Team Canada. Moving over to Thailand, who's in a battle with the last 2 members of the UK. Michael is knocked here, so there's just one left standing. Moody trying to get some shots onto a doozy, only a little bit of damage done.
You can see a doozy's just going to cut it over there. I've heard of Tokyo drift there, but we got some soul drift going on as he just does that slide right off the side of it. Russia does look like they're going to manage to regroup. Korea does manage to get a couple of shots back over towards this, but the kill's going to go over towards Duckman's. Still holding that angle back over here, so Russia, what are you going to do?
Yeah, Thailand is going to have to abandon heaven here. They're going to have to move down. It's a tricky position to get out of. There's quite a bit of exposed terrain around it.
So now Russia, they still need to make their way forward about another 100 meters. Russia's trying to figure out what they're going to do. Thailand just opts into running straight down the hillside. That's a lot of damage coming out from the Koreans towards him, but I think he manages to survive for just right now. That behind this, the rest of Thailand is going to come back down towards this rock. Actually, look at that. They're separating out at this stage. They're going full-on Sindit mode, it feels like.
Yeah, they're pushing ahead. They're going to let Minoru patch up here. Seiya trying to find a way to get into the circle, waiting as long as they possibly could, hoping that the other teams will start fighting each other and get distracted.
Russia has to be so cautious on this approach. Loki is just looking back over towards these angles, and you can see this is kind of the problem with where Korea is playing. There's no clear sightlines. People can just bounce back and forth between these trees, and it's so hard. You can maybe get it down, but you have to push to finalize something. And there we go. Aqua 5 realizes, okay, let's stop playing this little peekaboo game. Let me get into a spot where maybe I can get some kills.
Yeah, this position is a bit of a double-edged sword. Yes, you have cover for yourself, but that means there's a lot of places for other teams to hide as well. So trying to get through there can be very, very challenging. Here's Russia trying to find a way into the circle. They have managed to find the western edge.
One thing to note is they're on the backside of Thailand taking a couple of shots. Keep in mind, based off of that angle, they were trying to avoid Korea, so if Doozy does manage to get it down, might be able to flush this out. It depends on how Thailand moves back between this. Minoru is in a bad spot. New circle pops, staying back down towards Mansion, but really it's about what's happening between Korea, Thailand, and Russia, and who's going to pick up these kills.
Oh, Loki, can you get the flush here? No, and Doozy steals it.
Takes it away from him. Korea just cannot get a kill that they so desperately need right now.
Russia is playing heartbreaker here. 7 big kills for them already. 0 so far for Korea, who has also lost PO.
Korea has to step it up. They have to be aware. They have to know that Russia is just stacking kills at this point. The problem comes into play is, where does Russia go? There's nowhere safe for them, and they know it. They're just playing right along the edge of the circle, trying to go, where do we even move to?
And now Seiya's looking over to try to find Moody, try to maybe get some revenge for those earlier kills that he got. Let's see how this plans out. Now Korea is going to have to push into this circle, and there is a lot of congestion at the northern edge, including a full Vietnam squad.
And Vietnam has been explosive as they make their ways through it. Russia's just looking like they're trying to follow up back behind that, figure out where those kills went over towards. So Russia gonna have to push right back on over towards Turkey. Meanwhile, Korea looking towards Vietnam. This could be a very hazardous fight, as right along this hillside, there's so many little dips and valleys. You can see these guys are so close to each other, haven't realized it. Listening to footsteps is so key. Aqua 5 goes down to the blue zone at this stage of the game. Are you kidding me?
I wonder if that might have been a disconnect there. That might be a real tragedy for Korea. It's Loki and Inonix here, the last 2 members, and Vietnam is well aware of what is going on.
Walking into a 2v4, Loki's down. Yanix is the last person up. Does manage to get down on it, but he is the last hope for Korea. Looking back over this angle, he's almost dead, trying to find something out of that. Korea is down and out.
That is it. Korea is out of contention.
Russia's going for it.
Russia is pushing in onto Thailand here. Shippy trying to defend for Thailand.
Thailand's just holding up the stairs right now. Grenades are starting to pop back over around that angle onto it. Look at this. You can tell Russia knows what's going on. They know they have the kills. They just need to keep accumulating whatever points that they can get at this stage.
Now Russia can play safe and cautious. They are in the leaderboard. They are on top of the leaderboard here. Let's see if they can get it done. Shippy narrowly avoiding disaster there.
Let's be honest, it's Duckmans. We've seen this guy go absolutely nuts. It's going to be real big for him. The Russians taking a lot of damage. Russia is eliminated in 9th.
In 9th place, so it's going to take an absolute miracle for someone to overtake them. I don't know if there's even enough players alive that Moody could kill everybody, or Vietnam could kill everybody to surpass them. Russia looks to be firmly in the driver's seat here.
So Vietnam back over towards the north, still holding down the forested areas. We're going to have to see how everybody makes the moves. Finally moving away from Mansion just a little bit towards those fields, and those fields are so deadly. They are just out and in the open. So Germany's making the plays around that. We do have Chinese Taipei that's holding down a building inside a position as well. Moody, somehow, some way, still alive at this stage of the game.
Moody doing the best he can here to give Canada potential higher position here. I don't think it's going to happen. There's just too much he has to do. It looks like we pretty much have our 1 and 2 solidified as far as we can tell, but you never know. Anything can happen, and Iroh is keeping Moody pinned down.
Moody, you're in a real rough spot there, buddy. I mean, unless you somehow manage to hit like a crazy shot or just manage to drive the hell out of that motorcycle, that rock might be your tombstone.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. He's going to have to make a mad dash now. The good news is he does have a motorcycle, which is the best vehicle for doing that.
I mean, if you just gotta get the hell out of Dodge, that's the way to go. Duckman's still on the hunt, looking around. Vietnam now on the move. They've already a couple of shots, but Levis goes down inside of an exchange. Vietnam still just trying to push up back towards this hillside. Another shot's gonna come out, forcing him to drop back down on this angle. He's just spraying the window. But look, Turkey could reposition off the side of this and get a nice third party. Actually, Nim just goes down to a nice grenade from SR.
SR Vietnam trying to get through here. Basil taking a lot of damage as well. Sapao goes, looks like he might go down, but Basil does take down SR here. Sapao down to 1 health.
Narrowly dodging, ducking, weaving through this. this, finally Vietnam goes, okay, that is just not the direction we want to go. It is too dangerous. Seoul back behind this rock, not inside the safe zone as of yet. A little bit of damage was done back over towards what was looking back on this angle, but should be perfectly fine. You can see it's just getting clustered. 15 people still alive. 6 teams making the move right now, so have to be very careful as how they move around the mansion.
Oh, Seoul landing some nice headshots here. He might be able to get the res onto Basil going, throwing up some smokes, but Germany's coming in on this. Seoul continues to have to push forward.
So Germany has angled back over towards this. Really, it's a little bitty mini skirmishes that are happening between sightlines back and forth. Seoul sees the grenade explode right in front of him. Germany still has 3 members up on the hunt, just trying to find the angle. They have the most control over the circle right now and kind of funneling everybody to stay forced inside of Mansion.
And now the circle has tightened up and Germany controls that southern edge so well. They've got that hill in front of them there for cover. You've still got the members of Chinese Taipei in that house that's in the middle of the circle, so this is looking to be quite an advantageous position for them.
Vietnam's last men were crawling around, just saying maybe if one of these grenades will connect, buy him a little bit more space onto this. Turkey's still in an interesting spot, how they're lined up. Chinese Taipei, it's a nice shot back over towards the bow. That's going to go ahead and knock out Vietnam.
Vietnam goes down in 4th place. What a tournament from them. They played so well here on an international stage. They finally got a chance once again to come to one of these events, and they came out big, especially with that first game.
Oh, Leo just has his head ripped off by Iro there. Turkey has been quietly hanging out right in the middle of Mansion, but look at the push. They know that they got the down. This is the vulnerable time, so just running back up this hillside, throw in the grenades, find the angles for it. Maybe you're going to get something out of it, but you're just trying to stop the reses. Anything that's going off is just going to stall it. So now you can see everybody's just trying to play along the side of this, and everybody from Turkey is using all the utility they've been able to store this entire game.
There are Molotov cocktails coming in here everywhere as Turkey is storming this compound, trying to knock Chinese Taipei out of the best position into this circle. You can see Merrick leading the push here, but no, he goes down to a great grenade by Chai Wei.
It is just so deadly right down inside that garage right now, and you can see Turkey's trying to figure out, is it worth? Do we continue to push up onto this? Meanwhile, Germany's like, let's just position for the following bloodbath. We'll just let you guys fight it out and then just rip you apart afterwards.
Yeah, Chris has got that M249. Let's see if he can rip some faces with it. He's posted up. He's hearing all this battle going on as Sixmo has stayed behind to cover his teammates from that compound.
All right, so it looks like a little bit of a retreat is coming out from Turkey now. Aware where it's Chris is at. He's going to go down to a nice grenade, just dropped right at his feet. So now Germany realizes, okay, their outside push is in a little bit of trouble. That's going to be a very risky res to try to go for from anybody on Germany. They know it's a vulnerable spot. Grenades are starting to rain down next to them as well. Germany's just trying to go for these repositions, but with the defense that came up of the building, that forced Turkey back down on a different angle.
Yeah, with Chris losing that left flank here, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for Germany to push up. Meanwhile, the battle still continues to rage here between Turkey and Chinese Taipei. You see a beautiful mine trying to find some headshots with that SKS through that window.
We've got Chinese Taipei finally down on the first floor of their buildings. Look like they might be trying to figure out what's going on and where Turkey's at. But Iro, this guy can frag the world out right now. He's in a beautiful spot onto it. And are they going to actually be able to encroach up onto this and try to get that res? No. A couple of shots coming out from Beautiful Death is going to force it back away. There is that touch of a hillside, but I don't know. This is really, really hazardous to go for. Mexico actually has the angle on this. Might be able to provide a little bit of defense.
All right, we're trying to get this res down here onto Chris. Udir is up front, trying to protect his teammate. Is Mexico on the other side? A Beautiful Death, though, does get that headshot onto SR and another knock onto Chinese Taipei.
Keep in mind, we are in circle 9, so everybody is being forced right into the center of this. It's Chris is back up, has some grenades, just trying to get a little bit of revenge onto what happened to him. Beautiful Death steps back, doesn't have the grenade connect onto him, but slowly and steadily it's Chris moving forward, just trying to get control over the center of the circle. Meanwhile, Turkey is so caught up looking back over towards Chinese Taipei, they want to catch those kills as they leave out. A big grenade coming out from Mexico's going to take one down, though.
And it's Chris is back up and firing. That's a big grenade from It's Chris.
Now Germany looking back over towards Chinese Taipei. They've got the number, they've got the angle, but look at those shots coming up. We are in a 2v1 as it's just trying to fight their way out, but there's nowhere to go. The blue is forcing him up inside of it, and Germany takes the last round.
Germany